Hello, hello, hello. It's been about a week and a half, so I'm so sorry. This is coming to you a little late, but I love doing these readings for us soul warriors who are out there shining our light and finding it difficult. Because we have been called to do this, or we came here to do this, and it's not easy. And so these readings really are for you if you're finding like you are feeling isolated, you're feeling alone, if you're feeling like you don't have a tribe or you don't know where to go. So that's why these readings are here, because you are a light worker. You are a soul warrior. You are here shining your light to raise the vibrational frequency of the planet. And so this is a big mission. But in order to do that, we have to be broken open to remember who we are. And that can be really, really tough when you've grown up with a lot of traumas and dramas, or you have encountered a lot of traumas and dramas in your life as you've tried to live your life purpose, because you keep getting blocked. Because that is how we remember who we are, by breaking ourselves open and needing something more than just this 3D physical existence, needing that connection to the other side, to know that we're safe, to know that we're okay, to know that we're going to achieve, and to really step into living our life purpose, because our life purpose is nudging us the whole time. But when we're living a very 3D existence and we're just striving and driving, or worried about the next paycheck, or living paycheck to paycheck, it's really hard to think about that connection to that voice in your head, or that feeling that just won't go away. So I am here for you. I am here for you in whatever way that you need. So I am feeling this reading, feeling like we need this reading. It's time for this reading. So these readings, I don't know if they'll come every week or if they'll come as I feel called to bring them. But today was definitely a day where I got up and thought, okay, we need some guidance. So welcome. If you're new to me, I am Melissa Watkins. I am an evidential medium. I am a teacher. I am a master instructor, teacher with integrative energy therapy, an energy healer. So for those of you that really are having a tough time overcoming the hurdles of the traumas and dramas, take a look at my website, Guidance 311, under IET, Integrative Energy Therapy, if you're needing some help with that. All right, so here we go. Let's see what we got today. What is it that we need to know in these energies at this time? The first one, and I'm going to start with the Beyond Lemuria by Izzy. And the first one that it came out is Furred and Feathered Friends. Furred and Feathered Friends. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. All right, I am going to go to the book for this one. Connections to animal, connections to the earth. Ethical consumption, making a difference through our food choices, caring for all beings, animals, environmental awareness, doing the best we can, animal spirit guides. Wow, okay. If you watch me at all on Facebook, or if you've been watching my daily guidance here on YouTube, you know that Saint Germain has come through in the past couple of days, as well as numerology. So it is time to really look at what are the signs and symbols that you're receiving, that are being around you, that are helping you, guide you, so that you know what direction to take, or that you're not alone. And so that's what I'm really feeling for this card, that this really is about animal totems, and what does that mean for you? I was actually doing a healing the other day, and as I was doing it, I heard a crow. And I thought, okay, that was an animal totem for this person I'm doing this healing for. And I sent them that information. So don't dismiss when you see things over and over again, because that is spirit putting that in your way. Whether that's a repeating number symbol, whether that's an animal, whether that's a sign, whatever it is, that is communication for you. So look at how you choose to nourish your physical body, and your ethics and reasoning surrounding your food choices. So that's the first thing that's coming up in this card. Where possible, explore fortifying, filling, and nourishing alternatives. Your body and energy will thank you for it. This card also signifies strong animal energies. That could mean working more closely with an animal spirit guide or bringing a four-legged companion into your life. You may have a greater awareness of the wisdom of the animals that you encounter and that their traits or messages mean to you. So yes, for some of you, it will be the animal totem. For some of you, it is. It is about bringing in a four-legged friend into your life so that you can open up to love, unconditional love. You know, I started this video out talking about light workers and how our traumas really do shut us down at the beginning of our life so that we can open up to that which is more spirit, our connection to the other side, to the higher realms, to the higher vibrational frequencies, whether that, you know, you're connecting with your starseed family, whether you're connecting to your lineage on the other side, being Palladian, Arcturian, whatever it is, Lemurian. Whatever your connection is, it is time. It is time to feel it and to be able to trust and act on it. So whatever those signs are, it's really important right now for you to embrace them and to use them as the communication that Spirit is bringing through to you so that you get that nudge and that knowingness that you need moving forward. All right? Yeah, because it is time to go within. It is time to go within and explore internally those nudges to Spirit that you're receiving, that knowingness that you know but you don't know how you know, those words and signs and symbols that you're seeing in your dreams or your daydreams or you're being brought to. That is that sometimes our internal world is just about the time that we spend alone. The time that we spend in just being, the time that we spend in just meditating, coming into ourselves, into the knowingness that we're being brought to. And we need to step back and we need to get quiet so that we can explore what it is that we're feeling internally. We're feeling the signs, we're feeling the symbols, we're feeling the knowingness. We're feeling that connection to the idea that we're being brought to. Learning about our own patterns, learning about the ways in which we think about ourselves, learning about the way that we feel about ourselves. And these are old paradigms, old stories that need to be changed. And we can only get to that if we get quiet. Oof, look at this, because it's time. It's time to overflow. To overflow our love, our emotions, to get into connect with Mother Gaia in the way that maybe we've never gotten in connection before. But it is time to open up to love and to new ways of being and doing that does make us feel like we're overflowing. We're overflowing in authenticity. We're overflowing in our gifts. It is time. It is time to express ourselves in a way that we've never expressed ourselves before. Yeah, I love this. Here we go. Abundance, non-attachment, the paradigm of no scarcity, allowing financial and energetic gifts to flow through the creative more. During one of my most pivotal Lemurian visions, I was guided into a life where I lived in a humble mud hut. As I could create any thought in the multiple dimensions that I could access to, I simultaneously resided in a beautiful crystalline palace. I found myself in a paradigm where I could create anything at will, and thus there was no concept of scarcity, nor the need to hold on to anything. This experience initiated a shift that changed my life. We may only be starving to touch on this notion in our mundane reality. When we give more from a place of overflow than obligation, even when we think we have nothing, having it come from this mindset can only create a more abundant flow of what we want. The being in the picture has many hands, and yet still, the water is allowed to fall through her fingers. It blesses her in the moments it touches her radiant skin and then continues on its journey. Her heart is also overflowing with love. Her eyes are filled with tears. She allows what comes through to move her without control. She actually allows whatever she is feeling to be expressed, and as she does so, she radiates so much light into the world. Allowing yourself to be seen authentically. Allowing yourself to overflow your gifts. To not play small. To allow the abundance to be flowing to you, and not allowing any thoughts of scarcity, scarcity of time, scarcity of money, scarcity of relationship, scarcity of opportunity, scarcity of situations. No, allow it all in. Allow it all in. I love it. I love it. Oh, okay. Yeah. Heart of Source, all-encompassing love, unconditional acceptance, serenity. Stay surrendered. Stay in serenity. Look at that. Look at that beautiful light codes behind that beautiful light source. Yeah, it's all here. It's all available. And it is through love that you can access it. And staying in surrender, staying in the knowingness that everything is working out for you in every time and space continuum, and let go of the how and let go of the when, and just know that everything is moving in the right direction. And stay surrendered, stay peaceful, stay grateful for what is. For what is. And when you are having a very difficult time, when you really are feeling at the bottom of the barrel with no hope and no resources and no idea of where they're coming from, surrendering can be the hardest thing to do, but it is going to be the thing that is going to help you the most. So praying when you need to, requesting a most benevolent outcome as you need to, being grateful for all the very little things in your life. That is what is going to pull you up the fastest and bring you into the abundance. And the light codes that are coming in are supporting you and giving you the inspiration to allow you to go in the direction that will serve you, that will allow you to stay in serenity, and that will bring you everything that you need. So unconditionally accept where you are, no matter how awful or difficult it is. Because as you accept where you are, you start moving away from it. When you're fighting against it, you're actually digging deeper into it. Surrender and allow it to fall away. It's making me think of the scene in Harry Potter where they, in the very first book, they go through the trap door and they end up in that plant. That if they fight against it, it's going to hold on to them. But if they just surrender, it's going to drop them through. And that's what they do. And this is the idea that I really feel for us, that that's what we need to do. We need to be like Harry and Hermione and Ron, and we need to just surrender that we're in this very difficult situation and let it fall away. I love that that analogy was brought to me. If you have been following me for any length of time, you know what a Harry Potter fan I am. I would live in that world if I could. And I'm actually right now reading book 1 because every year, every 12 months, I reread all 7 books from 1 to 7. And I use the movies throughout the year as I need to for that downtime, that stepping out of reality that we need sometimes. So right now I'm in book 1, or book 2. I just started book 2 yesterday. So yeah, I love that that analogy came to me, so that's so cool. Please leave a comment if you can understand where I'm coming from. Card number 2, the Divine Matrix, interconnectedness, synchronicity, God incidences. I love it. God incidences. The Divine Matrix. We're all one. We're all connected. And the energy is all connected. What you put out is what you get back. And so if you stay in surrender, if you stay in serenity, you're going to receive more of that. That's what you're going to get. And you're going to get the opportunities and the resources that you need for whatever's going on that's really hard right now. And for some of you, you might just need that connection to source to know that you're not alone, to know that you're loved, to know that you're okay wherever you are right now. Oh, there's 4 cards here. I love it. Orion activation, supernova, recreation, renewal, rebirthed by light. Yes, because you need to step back so this can occur, so you can be renewed. So you give the universe the chance to join up the dots and bring to you that which is for you. It takes time, because sometimes those dots are not in order over there where they're coming from. Sometimes that person isn't out of that old relationship to be able to get into the relationship with you. Sometimes that job opening isn't there yet, and you have to surrender until it is. We don't know what's going on over there. We only know what we need. But the universe can't bring it to us if we're staying in urgency. Because urgency is fear energy and you're blocking it. It's time to use recreation to allow the renewal to come in. So when you can't do anything, when there's nothing going right, you've got nothing you can do to move your situation, go find joy. And if you can't find joy, take a nap. Go to sleep. 20 minutes. I can't tell you how often I did that in the 2 really difficult years that I went through just a few years ago. When nothing was going right, I actually had some very tough situations where relationships had to be transformed. And every time I was just overwhelmed and out of whack and sad and angry, I knew I had to change that energy within me. I would just take a nap. Because when you're going through difficult things, believe it or not, you are emotionally drained, mentally drained, physically feeling it. Renew yourself through sleep. Give the universe the chance and the time it needs to bring to you that which is going to help you. Star being healing codes, important information, wounds are healed, recharging. Because that's what's happening. You are being healed. You are being recharged. You've got to give the universe the time to do it. Look at that. Look at that beautiful, beautiful angel. God consciousness coming in to be there for you, to give to you, to heal you. And as you heal, the planet heals. As we heal, everyone heals. We radiate that energy of healing. So it's time. It's not gonna, sorry guys. Yeah, it's time. It's time to recharge yourself. It's time to heal yourself. It's time to take the time. It's time to step back. It's time to love yourself enough to say, I'm important and I need this for me. Because only then can you give your best to the people around you. Only then can you be at your best and give the way in which that you would want to. You won't be giving from an empty cup. You fill your own cup and then you give away. And then you give away. All right, so I was going to pull from the one deck, but I'm actually going to pull from another deck first. Archangel Michael, your personal atmosphere. Yes, 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 yes. Take care of your personal atmosphere and then you can give. Then you can be loving, then you can be beneficial to those around you and the situations. But if you're not taking care of your personal atmosphere, you can't be beneficial. You can't help in the way that you would want to. You end up depleting yourself in a way that you end up negatively impacting your own situation in some way. Not getting the promotion, not being able to make up with somebody in a relationship, whatever it is. If you're not taking care of you, you can't have the positive, beneficial that you're looking for. It's just the way it works. And Archangel Chamuel, yeah, serve with love. Serve with love. And you can't serve with love if you're not taking care of your personal atmosphere. You can't serve with love if you're not taking care of yourself. If you're always trying to give from that empty cup, it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. Oh, all right, they jumped. Oh, yeah. So, two powerful ones here. Forgiveness and understanding. It is time. It is time to forgive yourself, time to forgive others, and get into understanding that it's time to move on. It's time to let go. Because you are receiving the strength and the guidance you need to do that. Guys, they're not coming back. And there's nothing you did wrong. If you lost the job or you feel like you got fired or let go unfairly, it's the universe's way of saying it wasn't yours. It's time for you to go in a different direction because that wasn't serving you. You weren't going to get anything out of that situation that was beneficial to you. You might be beneficial to others. You might have been really good at what you did, but it wasn't growing or moving you in the direction that you need to go. You got to let that go. Because it's time. It's time for you to go in the direction that is for you. It is time for you to live your purpose. And for some of you, it will be opening a spiritually based business. For some of you, it will be learning a energy healing modality. For some of you, it'll be simply shining your light in the people around you and just being the model of what it is to be grace for the people around you. Whatever your purpose is, you have to embrace it. And recognize that if you're being moved away from something, because it's not your road. Maybe the road you wanted. It really may be the road you wanted. Maybe the road you worked very, very hard to get on. But your purpose is bigger than that. And that's why you were moved. That's why you were moved. So that you could do this. So that you could get into serving with love. And if you need help, call on Archangel Chamuel. I just want to... Archangel Chamuel means one who seeks God. He is known as the angel of peaceful relationships. He helps people find peace within themselves and relate well to God and other people. Yeah, it's about coming in connection with yourself, your own divinity, your own sovereignty. And if you're having a hard time with that, if you're someone who's still out there giving away so much of yourself that you're diminishing your own experience, it's time to invoke Archangel Chamuel and say, please help me love myself, to be able to put up the boundaries, to be able to use no as a complete sentence. Because when you show the universe that you're respecting yourself, you're going to draw people to you that will respect you in a way that maybe you're not used to. But it's time. It's time. One last message to end this with. I actually do have some beautiful angel tarot cards that in our next reading I will pull out for, and we'll do some. We'll use those. Confrontation. Pick your battles wisely. Yeah. That needed to come out. Because sometimes when you're feeling like you've been unjustly ripped away from something, whether again it was the job that you felt like you worked really hard to attain, or that relationship that you feel like you gave your all to, whatever it is, really recognize, is me saying anything going to make a difference, or is it just going to continue the fight? And if you're not going to be able to resolve anything, or they can't hear you because they've put a wall up, then it's going to be important for you to just move on. to just move on and know that you did everything you could. You were your most authentic self, and if they can't hear you or receive whatever you're saying or whatever the apology or whatever, you're right. You're probably right. You didn't do anything wrong. You are right. You are going to have to accept that you know that, and that they, in their fear, in their trauma, they need to stick to whatever their story is. And you've got to let them have that story. And someday they may come around and you may be able to pick back up or come back together in some way. And maybe you won't. Maybe they will never grow out of this righteous indignation or fear. And you just have to let them go with light and love. So I'm going to leave it right there, guys. Have a beautiful rest of your week. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.